student leader of the band, and the job is kind of a symbolic presence. And we always say that you could have a band without a drum major, but you can't have a drum major without the band behind him. I'd just be a weird guy twirling in the corner. But it's a little scary before. No matter how much experience you get, it's every time, every performance, even if it's 100 people or 100,000 people, it's still, you still get the nerves. But once I get out there and get a trick or two in, and I know that I'm doing okay, then the nerves just go away and it becomes a lot of fun. It's just a great time out there.
The person that you see coming down the ramp, as well as the person that you will see leading at halftime, is the head drum major, and that's the number 1 guy, who's Nate. I'm currently the subordinate at the number 2, the assistant position, and so my game day duties include when we're marching in the Skull Session, I'll actually be leading the band right next to Nate in the Skull Session. We march over to the stadium, and then once we get over to the stadium and we kind of stop and separate ourselves out amongst the ramp, that's when kind of my game day duties separate from Nate's game day duties. We wait in what's called the South Stands, which is just where we sit during game days. We wait for a while until we are given a single, or basically said that we're free to move to the sideline, and then we'll watch from the sideline. I basically just make sure that the alternates are all there, all accounted for, and making sure that everything's going smoothly. We stand at attention. We don't shift our eyes to look and watch the band, but rather stay forward, say that 1,000-yard stare that the band really likes to put forward when it comes to performances. And so after that, during halftime, it becomes a little toned down because we are not necessarily lined up at attention on the sidelines, but because alternates usually have duties to do during halftime, I'm usually just watching Nate, kind of studying what he's doing, seeing, okay, if I were to be in this position, and if I were to have to take over immediately, what would I have to do and where would I have to be? And kind of just being the understudy of the drum major is more so my game day role. And then the assistant's favorite part of game day is actually after the game happens, which is our post-game routine. And so we'll do 3 songs. We'll do 1 to the west side and we'll do 2 to the east side. I kind of strut back and forth through the band, so that's my cardio for the day. And then I get to, actually at halftime, I go up to the locker room. I change from my assistant uniform into the red twirling uniform, and I twirl to a couple of songs. And then Nate and I kind of converge back up at the 50 when post-game is over, and then we lead the band out through the ramp. So that's kind of our game day duties separated out. So the relationship between me and Nate, though, it's definitely different than it was last year, just due to the fact that with D-Row, it's kind of, again, like a teacher-student relationship, whereas when it comes to the head and assistant drum major, I'm Nate's backup, I'm Nate's go-to. Whenever Nate needs something, just like the title reads, I'm the assistant, so I'm there to help him and assist him whenever he needs something on game day. I do have separate game day duties myself, but overall, I'm always there to make sure that everything is going well with Nate and everything is going good for him, just so that we have a good, fluid game day all the way through. I know what I'm representing, and I know, and I can understand now on a one-on-one basis what this means to people when we come and perform and just how excited they get. And it's just an absolute honor that people absolutely love the band. And it's the coolest thing to take away from it, just due to the fact that I know that if I put on a uniform, I'm a part of something much, much bigger than just myself. I'm a part of that person's game day experience. If I'm taking a picture with them, if I'm interacting with them, if I'm just saying hi to them, that's all I need to do to be able to spark their day and make them have an absolutely awesome game day experience.